Hello, everyone. I'm Emily,
And I'm Scar.
and welcome back to an extra spooky edition of the Cottage Horrors podcast.
You're more spooky than I am. I am not as spookyified. I don't have any freaking
It's okay.
bats.
You do have a ghost and a ghost tattoo, so.
Oh yeah! I forgot. Oh no, it's my ghost. My ghost is actually currently decapitated, unfortunately,
Oh no! Not the
by a
ghost!
bandage. So even more spooky. What happened? Oh my
Oh.
god! And then I have ghost friend Garfunkel, new friend of the pod,
Yes.
too.
At this
You
point, I
know.
kind of want to just see how long it will stay on my head.
You just gotta be relatively still. I cannot keep him on my shoulder for any long period of time. He will just topple up. So he will move out of frame, but no, he is here in spirit, literally, because he is a ghost.
Actually, no, he's stressing me out.
I just fear he's gonna tumble, and then we'll both be distracted and be sad at his fall.
Yes, yes, exactly. So we're just gonna stay locked in.
We're gonna say
Um,
like then.
Happy Halloween.
Oh my god, spooky season is here. I feel like I feel like October's gone really, really fast. That I have not embraced the spookiness of this year at all, which is sad.
No. Although I did do a pumpkin head photo shoot, so
You did. You have done a lot more spooky stuff than I have. Although I will be doing more spooky things. It's just I don't know. I think also like the UK just like whilst Halloween has become Americanified here, it is still like not on the same level. And like obviously COVID has something to do with that as well. But there just isn't the same kind of like I don't know, pull to it per se, I would say.
I
Um
also feel like there's like a weird amount of pressure to
I
like
think as you get
do the
older for
most
sure.
spooky.
Yeah. I think when you're a kid, it's like very fun because it's like I get to trick or treat, I just get to eat sweets, like amazing time, like phenomenal. Then when you're an adult, you either have to like everyone's like not everyone. Also, this is just like me trauma dumping, I suppose. But it's like people are like, oh, I'm going to like X and Y Halloween party and blah 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 blah. I'm doing all these things. It's like it's like an adult holiday opportunity. And then when you're not doing anything, you're like, I don't know, I'm just hanging out. I don't like. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah, no, I get that. It's tough. But we're here and we're being
Yeah,
spooky.
we're being spooky. We have. Although I don't know how spooky two-sentence horror stories are, because a lot of them are not
So,
spooky.
okay. So I have a presentation to get us into today's episode.
Oh my god, okay. Okay, I also had a surprise, but this is funny that you also have a surprise.
We surprised each other.
Although I don't have a presentation. I didn't go this crazy.
Okay. Do you want to start with my presentation?
Yeah, you've
Okay.
committed to this bit, so I would love to see the presentation. Oh, whoa.
Okay. So
Okay.
this is uh spooky spooky two-sentence horror stories, but they're bad, okay?
Hmm.
I have legitimately good ones, but I was just like sitting there thinking to myself and I was like, "Oh, don't do that." What if they were bad ones? And so then I was like, "Does that
Yes.
exist?" Yes, there's a whole subreddit
Yes. There
dedicated
is
to bad ones.
notoriously a lot of bad ones. So,
So, well, there's a whole subreddit just for the bad ones.
oh, that's interesting because there's also a lot of bad ones like on the normal subreddit. I was like
Yes,
trolling through and I was like, oh dear.
there are some bad ones on the normal subreddit, but these ones are purposely meant to be bad. And so I went through and I collected some of my favorites that just gave me a real good giggle.
I'm so excited.
So, without further ado, so we have right now you're going to Diana, said the murderer with his mouth. Who's Diana? I asked with my mouth. And why am I going to her? Before realizing my name is Anna, and then I felt embarrassed for mishearing, but then I died.
That is a phenomenal starting point. Also, that's some shit I would have written in school and thought I was so cool. Like I thought
Yeah.
I would have been like, look, I played on words. It's like I'm mysterious. The I asked with my mouth is so funny. Like as much as I don't want to consume that in the literature I read, I would pee myself if I read a book and it said he asked with his mouth.
Just wait. There are some real gems in this presentation here
Okay,
for
well,
you.
that's a really great start. That's a great start.
Okay, so the next one we have is OG Willikers. I sure do hope 1 million bees don't emerge from that bush and sting me to death, I said. Then the bees respected my wishes, so only 999,999 bees came out of the bush and stung me to death.
Thank heavens the bees listen. This is what Nicolas Cage felt like in The Wicker Man, so I
I think what
understand the
just really
parallels.
gets me about this one is the OG Willikers. Like anybody says that.
Where are they from? Who are they? Also, why is there just a bush with 1 million bees?
Well, there wasn't. It was only 999,999.
Yeah, oh, so true. But why was there a? There's just there's some things that don't need to be answered in life. But part of me is thinking that's a lot of bees to be hiding in one bush.
That is
They
so
were really
true.
cozy. They were really cozy in there. Dude, I wonder how loud the buzzing was coming from that bush.
So many, like so much buzz, all the buzz.
That's why they said OG Willikers, because I feel like that would be deafening almost.
Agreed. Okay, so the next one we have is my girlfriend left a note on the fridge saying it's not working anymore. The fridge was in fact not working anymore.
There's something particularly funny about leaving notes on appliances being like it's not working and just like not really doing anything to help the situation but leaving the note. Like, and that's so like weaponized incompetence of yourself that
Yes,
I kind of enjoy this.
agreed. Agreed. All right,
Nice.
next. We have this is terrible. I'm giving this product 1 star when I get home, Mr. Idiot Man thought to himself as his parachute didn't deploy.
Mr. Idiot Man, no. Damn. You ain't making it home, Chief. Or at least if you're making it home, you're gonna be in bags. In
This one
several
made me think
bags.
of that it was like a joke in Drake and Josh. Did you watch Drake and Josh?
Yes, yes.
But it was like something about like Drake says something about like um 1 in 4 like people who like jump or go skydiving don't make it to the ground. And Josh is like, where do they go?
Where did they go?
Where do they
I mean,
go?
statistically, they stay on the plane, but it's funnier that they just vanish into the cloud.
Yes. I mean, if you've listened to the Magnus Archives,
Oh, if
talk about
you
spooky spooks.
what's his DB Cooper?
Oh, oh,
Where'd he go? I mean, he probably
where
got
he
impaled
be?
by a tree, but where did he go?
Where did he go? No one ever found
People
him.
jump out of planes and vanish. Spooky
Yeah.
shit. That's why I'd never jump out of a plane, at least
I mean,
willingly.
that's not why I'm not jumping out of a plane. I simply don't want to.
I
But
mean, I don't want to either, but like the thought of vanishing is up there as a reason to not jump out of a plane.
you know what? Valid. All right, next one. But I'm still innocent, I said. Why are you sentencing me to 20 years in prison, then another 20 years in prison? Because this is a 2 sentence horror, said the evil judge.
Said the evil judge. Really, really adds a cherry to that. That's brilliant. That is
Yes,
that is great.
yes.
This is a 2 sentence horror. Oh dear.
Next up, we have You can't kill me because murder is illegal, I said thinkingly. Ah, but we live in Murder Town, said the murderer smirkingly, and then stabbed me.
Not Murder Town.
I know.
Smirkingly. There's like one and it's like I can't think of what it is, but it's like said knife guy and it always tickles me. Like the idea of just calling someone with a knife guy because you don't know who they are is
Yes.
incredibly funny. I'm like,
Agreed, agreed.
oh
All right,
dear.
next we have Thank God the rattlesnake's venom wasn't enough to kill me, I thought to myself in the hospital bed. The rattlesnake slithered inside the room holding an M72 LEW rocket launcher.
Brain thinks of these. Like, how do you get there? How do you get there?
Oh.
That's such a journey.
You know, I've never read a Colleen Hoover book, but I imagine the writing is about the same level as these.
It's so funny you bring up Colleen Hoover because I have been recently watching. I recently found this YouTube channel called Read Rant Review. So like shout out if anyone knows who that is. But basically, what it says on the tin, they read books and then they rant review. And for I actually found them because for October they've been doing like thriller books. They've done a lot of like Freida McFadden stuff, which obviously like people also
Mm.
like kind of like shit on whatever. And like there's valid reasons to it. And ultimately her and Colin Hoover fit in the same idea of like, okay, Colin Hoover is like problematic, don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna gloss over that. But on a base level, their reading is very accessible because it's very simple. Like it's not anything too crazy. Um, but then I found out that she did co-host stuff, and I was like, I'm just interested because I'll never read them, and like I have no interest. And I was like listening to her rant, and literally some of the writing, I was like, what is this? Because it leaves no suspense. It'll be like, oh, my mum's been like really tired and like sniffing a lot, and then the next sentence, the mum will be like, I have cancer. And it's like add mystery. Like what is this? Like God forbid there's some allure going on. God forbid there's some like suspense or build up to this announcement, but it's always just like, oh, this person's slightly off, and then it's trauma dump. And I'm like, no one acts or speaks like this in real life. I mean, some people do, but like, I was like, who are these people? Some of these are better than co-host writing.
Fair, fair. I'm
I said it.
actually really annoyed because there are actually 2 movies coming out based on Coho
Mhm.
books, and they
I know.
genuinely look like decent movies. They don't look
Yeah.
like the It
They've
Ends
got
With
a
Us
stacked
mess.
cast. Like
Yes.
Regretting You has a stacked cast.
Yes.
Also, like, I did actually watch they did a video on Regretting You, and like, to be fair, like, she even said, like, in comparison to like other books of Coho's, it's like decently well. It's just like very cliche and just like very like miscommunication from everyone to the point where it's like, bro, like,
I just
people can
think
have a
McKenna
conversation.
Grace and Mason Thames have some insane chemistry in that.
Yeah, they have really good chemistry. I mean, they've nailed it. I think the casting's uh like looks really, really strong. But
Yeah.
yeah, it kind of just like sucks that it's like I'm like, damn, can we like maybe don't give this woman movie deals. But
I know. Because,
that's
like,
just
I
my
go into the
personal opinion.
trailer not
Hmm.
realizing what it is. Because I think I know the title of like 2 of Coho's books, honestly. One of them is It Ends With Us, and the other is Verity. That's
Oh
all
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
really know, like, offhand of
Yeah,
hers. So I don't recognize the titles out in the wild.
and here they are becoming
Hey there.
out in the wild. Who I mean, surely Verity's gonna be picked up for a movie at some point, and
It's
I'm really
gotta
curious
be.
to see what.
Honestly, Colleen Hoover is like the Chris Pratt of the reading world. Why is he everywhere? And why must I suffer through it?
That is in itself a two-sentence horror. It like honestly the trifecta of people who are like everywhere, I fear, is James Corden, Chris Pratt,
Mm.
and now Colleen
Hmm.
Hoover. They plague a lot of things,
Yes. Yes. So true.
and I'm not
Okay.
here for it. I'm sorry.
Our next one. There were nine.
I
Okay. There were 9,999,999 fireflies in the room with me. Cool. Believable. Holy fucking shit, another one.
I guess there is something horrific about 10 million fireflies, but that is
Yes.
amazing.
Yes. Okay. Next we have Sticks and
Believable is
Stones.
really funny.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me, I said to the killer. Okay, then, I'll use sticks and stones, said the killer, before he broke my bones with sticks and stones.
Resourceful, yes. He understood the vulnerabilities.
I
He
want to know
listens.
what the killer said before this to elicit this response from someone. Like,
Like,
was the
I'm gonna
killer
stab you
threatening
with the
you with
knife.
words?
No, oh, yeah, maybe he was like, I'm gonna kill you. And then the person was like, no, that ain't
Oh,
gonna
okay.
work.
That makes sense.
We'll
That
write a
makes
story
sense.
around it and we'll sell it and make millions.
Beautiful.
Hmm.
The Bible said, "Thou shalt not kill," but it never said, "Simon says." I feel like that one in particular is going to get Catherine. Hi, Catherine. I know you're listening.
But it never said Simon Says. So true.
Yeah.
That is a different level.
We've unlocked the secrets of the world.
Wow, the
Sir,
Bible's
we
really
ID'd
cool.
Sir, we ID'd the man trying to kill you, the cop said plot climaxingly. It's me, he said plot twistingly.
That is literally Freedom with Fadden and Coho writing in a nutshell. Where it's like we figured it out, and then here is the solution, and it's like, what the fuck?
Honestly, I think more books should use plot twistingly.
I'll find a way to web that into a future novel that I maybe write at some point in my life. Plot
Perfect, perfect.
twistingly. Plot
Oh,
twistingly. Yeah,
I
that's
know, it's
good.
really something. It is. How can you be the serial killer when the last victim wrote down his full name and we already arrested him? You see, detective, you overlooked one crucial detail about John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Oh dear. Again, I like people are so funny.
They are.
And as much as I hate the internet, I'm also like, but the internet provides us with this.
And you know what? AI could never.
No, no. Because the thing is like, I wonder what I don't even want to. I wouldn't even test it, but I would be curious to see what AI would put out if you asked it for a bad two-sentence horror, because obviously it's just
Mm.
pulling from like nonsense. And I feel
Yeah.
like it wouldn't understand the vibes of what makes it bad. It would just be like poorly written. And I'm like, no, that's not what makes it bad. The badness comes from just the
Yeah, it's got to be
goofiness.
funny. It's got to be a
It's
little
got to be
funny.
silly. It's got to be silly, haha. And that is.
As terrifying as this sentence is, the next one will be even more terrifying. Even more terrifying.
And they were so correct.
They were. They were.
I appreciate the
Yep.
honesty.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. I actually have one bad one to add to this mix that I found and screenshotted because I found it and it made me laugh. And I would like
Okay.
to share it with
Okay.
the cat. Okay. So okay, we have okay, bird one, uh-oh. Bird two, don't worry, he only has one stone.
No, that's so good.
I literally found it and I was like, I was like, that is genius, and I'm taking that and I screenshot it. Just
10
those
out of
poor
10.
birds didn't know what hit them, but the comedy of it all is what I
Oh,
needed.
iconic. Okay. I do have some legitimate ones, but you said you had a surprise as well.
My surprise is like a bonus tack on surprise, like later,
Okay.
because I don't know how
Okay.
like long this will run for, how good they'll be. So I have like something else we can like do. Um,
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah, so we'll
You
see.
contingency planned in case our
I did.
original idea fails.
I like to have options. I like to have plans.
That's fair. That is part of why I came up with my presentation of the bad two
See, we
sentence horror
both
stories.
we both planned for madness.
It's a theme.
we're we're amazing. I mean, I have some. I will say I was kind of getting distracted by some of the really bad ones. So,
See, I
but
I sorted the Reddit. Maybe this was cheating. I sorted the Reddit by like top votes.
oh yeah, I did end up doing that as well. Yeah, because I was like,
Okay,
I'm
so
not scrolling through this.
I have 12.
Okay, I don't know how many I have because I just kind of like have them all. Oh, I don't know, because some I've screenshotted a bunch, but some of them are on there that are like not included in
Oh, see, I
in the
cropped the
juice.
screenshot so I know
I did not do that.
exactly.
I did not do that.
I'm smarter than you. Sorry.
You are. It's okay. I'll live with this. I fumbled today.
This is your burden to bear.
It is. You can go first because you probably have more.
Okay,
We probably have some overlap as well, but that's fine. We'll figure it
probably.
out.
All right. I'll take 10 years from you, and in return, I'll grant you $10 million, he told me. Once I got home, eager to tell my wife, I saw her in the living room frantically talking on the phone, clutching our 10-year-old in her arms.
Big no no.
Big no no.
Big no no.
No no.
Ew. 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 Also, is 1 year of my like if we're taking this literally, and we don't need to do all of them, but how much of a year like if you were to put a value of money to a year of your life, how much would you put on it? Like, would you put 1 million on your 1 year of your life?
I mean, are you saying it should be more?
I don't know. This is what I'm thinking. I'm like, should it be more? Like,
See,
should
here's
I ask for
the
more?
like
Like,
$1 million would like be life changing. So like to me, $1 million could improve my quality of life so much that I feel
mhm.
like it is worth a year of my life.
Yeah,
Because like poor people are in worse health. So $1 million would so drastically improve my life that I think it would be worth it.
you probably
Because
would
how many years
actually.
am I losing by being
Yeah,
poor?
exactly. I was gonna say you might actually gain, like, gain life in the sense that your expectancy
Yeah.
shifts further down the scale. Like, that's the thing. But then I'm like, I think a year of my life is worth more than £1 million.
See, I don't think I can even like conceptualize $1 million.
That's the
So
thing.
like
That's also
to
the
me,
problem.
like a million does seem reasonable because like I will never see $1 million in my lifetime.
That is also very true. That is very true. It's hard to imagine, but I'm like, I feel like my life is worth more than that. But,
That's fair. But it's not your whole life, it's just a year of your
that's true.
life. Because like
That is
think
true.
about it, especially like if it's a year off the end of your life, you're gonna be old anyway.
It'd be funny. It'd be funny if you agreed this deal of like take a year of my life, and like let's say from just age like 34 to 35 you just black out. Like, like you just don't
You just
exist. You
skip.
just
Like
you
you go to bed on your 34th birthday and wake up on your 36th. And a whole year has happened without
that would be
you.
incredibly. It would be kind of incredibly funny. Although I would assume yes, it's from the end of your life, but I kind of
Yeah.
like the idea of you just blacking out for a year mid
Yeah.
living.
See, that's I want to read a book about that.
That'd be fun.
About like then trying to like piece together because like everyone around you lived the full
Mm.
year. And you
Ew.
probably did too, but like you weren't there for it, like consciously. So like what if you like got married in that time period?
Well,
What if
also
you
it's
got
like
pregnant?
yeah, but I feel like you do it as a thriller and you have it so like your like significant other, your best friend, your like whatever is murdered and people blame you. And
Mm.
like maybe you wake up and you're fucking in prison and you're like, what the fuck? Like, why am I in prison? Because
Dude,
like
let's
you're
write
easy to
this.
blame. Yeah, done. And we can write plot twistingly in it and it'll be so amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, set. So
I
set.
like it.
Me
Okay.
too.
You can go with the next one.
Okay. I heard the sound of knocking on glass. I thought it was coming from the window, but it was coming from the mirror again.
Again.
Yeah, the again really adds that extra level. Ew.
Ew.
How many times would you have to
Ew.
hear knocking? Like, that thing was like, how many times do you have to see an owl before you're like, this is too many owls? How many times would you have to hear knocking, like in a day,
Well,
before you were like, I'm alarmed at the amount of knocking that's occurring in my household?
okay, so I think for me, if it was specifically knocking on glass,
Yeah,
I would be alarmed from the get-go
me too.
because our doors are not glass. So
That's
if
true,
someone is
yeah.
knocking on glass, they are knocking on a window, presumably.
Hmm.
Why the fuck are you knocking on my windows?
Yeah, that's weird. Do not knock on my
Yeah.
windows. Do not come to my town. Yeah, I would
So
be
I think
unsettled
like
immediately.
yeah, I think if I heard knocking on glass, I would immediately be unsettled. If I heard knocking in general, I don't know. It depends on which door because I have a video camera doorbell for my front door.
That's fair.
So if they're
That's
knocking on
fair.
my front door, I'm gonna check that. I will say though, every time someone does knock on our door, Kyle does act like it's a horror movie and he simply will not answer the door. There have been times I'll be
He's
like working from home and he'll be home, like he's off work or something, and someone's like knocking and he just comes into the office and I'm like, oh hey, what's up? What do you need? And he goes, there's someone at the door. Are you gonna answer
why
it?
is it
No.
so ominous?
He simply will not.
That's fair. I feel like there was a phase of time where it's like I remember when I was a kid, it was like, do not open the door unless we tell you there's a parcel coming. Do not open the door. Which like
Like, yeah,
okay,
that's fair as a kid, but like he's a
yeah,
grown man.
he's scared. He might let a monster into the house. Okay, that's a valid
Maybe.
fear.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know. I always hear like we've had this discussion of how many hours you'd have to see before you were alarmed, and people are like, oh, 3 and 4. I'm like, no. If I see 2 owls in a day, I'm alarmed. I've like never truly seen an owl in my life. If I see two, I'm like, what the fuck has happened?
They're
Like,
not
where
they're
are they?
nocturnal animals.
That's what I mean. If I saw
So
two
like if I see
owls,
two, yeah, if I see two in the day, honestly, if I saw one,
yeah,
I
if I
wouldn't be
saw one, I
concerned,
was
but I'd
like,
be like, holy shit, that's an owl.
that's what I mean. If I saw one, like in the wild, like not in a sanctuary, not in a zoo, whatever, I'd be
Yes.
like,
Yes.
that's weird. If I saw another one, I'd be like, there are owls. There's an owlery that has had a break in. I don't know what's occurred, but something's weird, man. Like, something's
I just
odd.
heard an owl outside once and I was like,
Yeah.
what the
Remember,
fuck?
I had that phase of like a week of just owls, and I was like, are they coming to get me? Like,
I do remember that.
I was
We had
like,
owls at the same time. We were both hearing
yeah.
owls and we were
They
like,
were communicating between us. I was like, what's happening? I was like, I
very
don't like
strange.
this. I love owls, but they are freaky as fuck. If I saw an ew, the thought of like I don't know why I thought of this. This is actually awful, but like the idea of waking up in the middle of the night, and people like are really scared of seeing like someone at the end of their bed. But imagine seeing an owl at the end of your bed and its head just turns round. Ew, ew, ew. Or it's like facing the other way and it just twists its head. Ew. I'm sorry, but
Ew.
why do owls do that? Why do owls do that? I hate it. I hate it.
Ew.
It's so freaky.
Okay,
It's so
on a
freaky.
similar note, you know what I'm afraid of? I'm afraid I'm gonna wake up and there's gonna be a bat in my house. And the reason I'm
Freaking
afraid of
rat.
that is because if there's a bat in your house, you have to get a rabies shot.
Yeah, you do.
And
Yeah,
I don't
they're
want
gnarly.
that
They're
because their
gnarly.
teeth
Yeah,
are so
bats are.
little that they can bite you and you won't even know. You
They're
won't
also
even
just like.
know.
I love the concept of bats, but in reality, no,
Yeah.
no.
They're like cute, like in like again, like a zoo sanctuary type situation.
I believe when I was a child, I had a sleepover at a zoo, and then we slept in the bat cave
Oh. That sounds
or
kind of
something like that,
scary.
or
Like in the
at least
dark?
adjacent to the bat cave. I just remember going in the bat cave like at night, and it was really cool because they were all like active as opposed to like during the day when they're like chill, even though it's
Yeah.
dark in their little tunnel thing.
Although
But
every
yeah,
time you say
they are
Bat
weird.
Cave, I'm like, Batman?
Yeah, that's the thing. I was like, it's not. It wasn't a cave. It was just like a box,
No,
basically.
I
It
know.
was
I
just a
know.
hut. But I'm like, no, it's the bat cave. And
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne was there, and it was crazy. I was like, "Hi, Bestie, what are you doing?" He was not. Yeah, bats are weird. It's the same with moths. And like anything that flies and doesn't have understanding of where it's flying, fuck off. Do not
Yeah.
partake. I do not wish to enjoy
Agreed.
you. No, thank you.
Okay. My next one. My girlfriend agreed to explore the abandoned building with me, so I took a picture of her standing in front of it. As I scanned the photo for ghosts, I got a text from her. Hey, where are you?
That's a ghost girl. Ew.
I know.
I do like. There's something about like being with someone and then realizing that they're like a fake or like a mimic, and I'm like, this would never happen to me in my life, but that is very unsettling.
Yeah. Honestly, I think more horror should use like mimic doppelganger type
Because
stuff.
us was so good, like with that
Yeah.
like narrative. It was so cool, and that reveal was really well done. I mean, I know like it was kind of like I don't know. It's interesting that it's not some. I guess it's like one of those things where like people can't. The idea of clones and like replicas of people is very like taboo and unsettling to the point where it almost feels like a boundary not to cross. But I'm also like,
Yeah.
I'd be
Because,
kind
like, I just
of
even think of, like, Until Dawn and how much more they could have done with, like, the mimicking of noises that the
yeah,
creature is able to do.
ooh, ooh. Because we got that like a little bit in Des Moines,
Yeah. I
but that
saw
was
a
it. That was
TikTok
like kind of
recently saying that the scream that Mike hears of Emily's that makes him run back to the house, like, discussing was that actually Emily screaming?
that's a really good point. Because
Or
timeline wise,
because,
yeah,
like, it's so hard to know, like, when, as the player, you're cutting between scenes that are happening simultaneously, but I could see the argument that that was actually the creature using that to lure Mike.
okay. Here's my pitch. Right, we'll go away. We'll think of this. We mentioned it before when we were like, logistically speaking, what was Josh's like plan? Where was he at certain points?
Yes.
Was it always his plan to send like Mike and Jess to the cabin? Like all these different things. Was he the one who threw the phone in? What kind of sentience did the creatures have? Whatever, whatever. We could plot this out.
Oh
We
God.
could figure it out. We have the timestamps from when the chapters start, and we could feasibly like roughly estimate from the chapter points how long it takes to get from main cabin to side cabin and all this like interwebbing that they do, and we could figure out you know where people are at different hour points during the night and whether or not there is feasibility for people, like is that scream, because I've always thought that that scream was potentially maybe the monster, because Emily tumbles down and is already in the cabin, like yapping to them for quite a while before Mike comes in. But then it's also like Mike does have to journey to her, like to from where he is. But like, so that might take some time. But it would be interesting if it wasn't actually her, because also like she does scream, I think, when she tumbles, but it's not like a,
But it's not the same scream.
it's not the same scream. That's exactly it. Like she falls off the zip wire and she's kind of like as you would, and
Yeah.
then she kind of like runs off. So I'm like,
Yeah, that scream that Mike hears, we never actually see happen.
yeah, we never. Yeah, that's what makes me think that I'm like maybe that person might have cooked.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Ooh, food for thought. Food for thought. Okay. Uh, this is like a little bit goofy, but also like I would shit myself if this happened to me, so it's scary. Um,
okay.
I woke up in the middle of the night to the sound of my Amazon Alexa. Okay, the security alarms have been disabled.
Fuck no. Fuck
I
that.
would. That's actually genuinely horrifying. Like,
Nope. 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 No. Because,
absolutely
like,
not.
going back to my video doorbell, I like want to throw up every time I wake up in the morning and I see a notification from like 3 a.m. saying like motion was detected. It has
Oh,
always been a car, but like one of these days.
that's the one of the reasons why like I don't think I could engage with that technology, because I'm like it would just give me unrelenting anxiety. Like to the point where
That's
I'm
fair.
like, I would just never feel safe, even though I know the primary point of it is like, safety and security to some degree and like, just being
Yeah.
aware of what's going on. But I'm like, I would just feel unsettled all the time.
Yeah, honestly, like having a camera in my daughter's rooms as like a monitor so we can watch her at night is nice, but like I am always terrified, especially because there are times that she will quietly wake up, get out of bed and go sit in the rocking chair in her room
Ew!
and then make a noise. And like how long has she been in the chair? We never know because we don't wake up to her getting out of bed. We wake up to her usually sitting in the chair calling for us.
That's a bit scary. Like,
Yes, it is unsettling.
I would not wish to see, you know, any child, let alone my own child, like in a rocking chair in their room in the middle of the night. I'd be like,
Plus, like
you
the camera
have
has
been
night vision,
possessed. Ew,
so
no.
like the eyes are like all glowy.
Ew. The thing is, she does it so often. How will you know when she's actually possessed? Because it's just a habit. You wouldn't even know. You'd be like, just casual things, not
Just
casual
casual things.
things. creepy ass things. I did see like a post where it was like they had like a camera in their baby's room, and like when they're like they got a bit older and they had this doll. I don't even know what type of doll it was, but anyway, it was a doll, and like first it would basically the camera detects faces, so like it would detect like the child's face, but like it then started picking up the doll's face, and apparently one night the dad shat himself because there was just an extra face in the bed. I was like, yeah, you would. You'd be like, what the fuck is that? It was like two faces detected, and I was like, ew.
Yeah, no,
I
no,
would
I
not
mean,
do that.
I have a tough enough time with the fact that my daughter has like 12 stuffed animals in her bed. And so like sometimes in the dark they look wonky. It's
Yeah,
scary and I'm like, what is that? What is that?
ew.
Yeah.
It's FNAF. It's an animatronic. It's munching time.
Can't wait to meet you.
No, no, thank you. Kids are just creepy. Like, there's something about creepy kids, isn't there? We just don't like them as a community, society. And I'm
Mm-mm.
like, please don't. Please don't. Don't come near me.
Okay, my next one. One of my favorite memories of dad was learning to cook together after mum left. He was vegan, so he let me eat all the sausages we made.
Not the people sausages. Maybe they weren't. Maybe they weren't. Maybe they're just normal sausages. How do you know? How do you know?
We don't.
We don't know. And we're
We
just
actually,
thinking
that
the worst.
reminds me, I was in like,
What
I
did
was
this
in middle
remind you
school.
of?
No,
What?
I was in middle school and I don't remember what class it was for. I think it was like for like English or something, maybe. I don't remember. But we had our teacher gave us this riddle and we had to solve the riddle. And we could only like solve it by asking yes or no questions.
Hmm.
And so basically, like the riddle was about how these people got like their plane crashed and they got stuck on this like island and they survived by eating like albatross, like the birds. Um, and then they got rescued and they came back to like civilization. And one of the guys went out to like dinner or whatever. Um, and he ordered the albatross that was on the menu and he took one bite and keeled over dead. And we had to figure out like why and how he died. And the reveal ended up being that they didn't actually eat albatross. They ate people, but they didn't know they ate people because like basically like someone else had taken the people that had died on the crash and like fed them to the remaining people. So then when he did go to the restaurant and eat albatross, he realized that he didn't eat albatross on the island. He ate people and the shot killed him.
That's a yikes. That's a yikes. That's
Yeah.
also like incredibly morbid riddle for school. But
Yeah, now I'm like, why did my teacher tell us? We were like 6th or 7th grade. Like,
what? There's something about that. I don't know.
yeah,
We do enjoy a bit of cannibalism, don't we? Not
we really
actually
do.
partaking in it. I must
No,
say,
no.
I'm not. I don't want to end up on all this, but there's something about it, isn't it? It's a weird
Yes.
one.
Yeah.
Hmm. Oh, this is longer than two sentences, but
Okay.
fuck it.
I'll
Like,
allow it.
yeah, I was like watching you. Okay. I begin tucking him into bed, and he tells me, Daddy, check for monsters under my bed. I look underneath for his amusement and see another him, under the bed, staring back at me, quivering, whispering, Daddy, there's somebody on my bed.
That's a classic one.
Yeah. I'm
I've
like,
heard that one
ew.
before.
I'm like, ew. Why is this what?
See, that's
Why
what
is that?
I'm saying. More like mimic doppelganger shit.
True. It's really weird that it, like it exists, but like I said, it's not really like. I mean, I'm sure more content of it exists somewhere, but
Yeah.
it's not. It's
Yeah,
never
yeah.
really been like massively picked up on.
Okay. My next one is like scares me because this isn't like it's like real life horror type stuff. It's
Ooh.
not like spooky like ghosts and stuff. It's like
Yeah.
I set up a camera in the attic to see if I had raccoons or something due to the creaks I heard at night. I was shocked when I saw my ex-girlfriend from 6 years ago had been living in my house without me knowing.
I
People living in my attic genuinely terrifies me.
I ever since I learnt what frogging was, I have
Yes.
had this fear of frogging. And I'm like, the odds of it happening to me is incredibly low. It's statistically
Yes.
it's one of the like least occurring crimes. Like I mean, but the thing is though, it's one of the least occurring crimes because it's
That
not
we know
typically
of.
reported because people don't find out, which is the scariest thing. I no, it makes me so nauseous. Like it makes me so unwell, and I cannot even fathom it. I was listening to this podcast. This was ages ago, but I remember listening to this podcast, and like I didn't realize like going into it like what the dynamics of like this true crime thing was, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, he was like in the walls," and I genuinely had such a visceral reaction to like this, and I was like, "I cannot like consume anything regarding this or even think about it because it sends me spiraling." Because I had this thing for a really long time when I was like and it turned out to just be rats. But your mind plays tricks on you when you start hearing things. But at my
Yeah.
university house, I was on the bottom floor as well. But at my university house, we kept hearing like what could only be described as scratching, and like that's the only thing I could. And it was scratching, but like it's hard to distinguish what is like animal scratchings to just like scratching in general. And we were like, this is weird. Like not happy about this. We moved, and then I remember just like there was four of us in the house, and there was a lot of foot traffic in the house. But it was like when you start hearing noises like that and like wood creaking and like that we would be in the living room which was on the top floor and there'd be like noises above and then we don't have an attic 'cause it's like a little like university townhouse thing that wasn't an attic and it's like but there was like a space above it just wasn't an attic we could access because it like we were renting and we just didn't have it and we also had a basement as well which was in someone's cupboard and I just remember one time like we just were hearing noises and there was like shit like not where it needed to be and I was just like if someone is in this house I don't even know what to do with myself like what do I do and I was like we can't do anything like we're four we're four like teenage girls at this point I was like we will all die like like
Yeah.
quite frankly I was just like accepting fate I was like I guess we'll find out. And then we found out it was like mice and rats because we found a mouse in the kitchen. And we were like, okay, it's just the mice. But I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I don't like I was just like, maybe there is someone living here. But I don't know what to do about it. Like, I can't draw
Yeah.
them out. And then I was just in constant fear when I was home alone that I was gonna like bump into this person. I'm like, first of all, they probably aren't that stupid. But I was like,
Yeah.
what would I do if I came face to face with someone I didn't know? Like,
Yeah.
it's
I
horrific. It's
I
genuinely
take
horrific.
comfort in the fact that I work from home. So like
Yes.
if there was
Yeah.
someone, they'd have very few opportunities to come down. So
Yes.
seems very
Yeah.
unlikely that there is someone up there. And also like my house is quite messy, but like to a point that like I would know if
That's
things
that's
had
also the
been
thing.
disturbed.
That's the thing. Like, I think it's easier when it's like your actual like that was a difficult situation because it's like I had my space, which was like my room, but like in general with the other communal areas, it
Yeah.
was like I have like I know I put this here, but like fucking anybody could have moved it. Like it means nothing. But
Yeah,
like
yeah,
your
yeah, yeah,
brain
yeah.
starts thinking like, "Whoa." um, yeah, I think it's easier to dictate that. But yeah, there's just like some stories of that and like it going wrong, and I'm just like I would not like to partake in that at all.
Agreed.
No, thank you. I like if you're gonna live in my like listen, if you want my home, just putting this out there for the future, anybody listening, if you want my home, just kill me straight away. Don't live in my walls. Just take me out. Like don't just put me out of my misery immediately. Like I do not wish to be part of this game. I don't want like just if you just need somewhere to live and you're like this is the house, just KO me. Like do not waste time. I
I
don't want
mean,
to.
I think don't kill me, but just ask me to leave.
Yeah, yeah. Like write a letter and maybe I'll like I don't know.
Yeah. Just knock on the
It's just the
door.
fact that I think it's the fact that I would feel so violated afterwards that I would like never like actually mentally recover from it. Like I would never feel
Yeah.
a sense of peace that would drive me to a really unstable point because it's like you
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
been
Yeah. Yeah.
infringed upon to a point where I'm like,
Because how do you
bruh.
ever feel like safe and alone?
That's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
ew, ew,
Yeah.
ew,
Okay.
ew,
Let's move on. What's your next one?
ew, ew, Sorry, I'm like that's this horrifying. I mean, this is on a similar vein, so we'll get it out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
There was a picture in my phone of me sleeping. I live alone.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Mm,
No, thank you.
mm. In a similar vein to sleeping, My husband says I tend to talk in my sleep, so I set up a recorder to prove he's wrong. When I played back the recording in the morning, I heard my own voice telling me to stop recording it. Mhm.
Ew,
Mhm.
ew,
Mhm.
no. Look, I feel sorry for people who like speak in their sleep or have night terrors, but I do not wish to partake in this adventure.
No.
That freaks me the fuck out. I know, like,
Yeah.
I know someone who had like night terrors and like basically would speak in their sleep, and it would be like a there's someone in the house, and I'm like, if I heard that in the middle of the night, I'd be unwell. I would never sleep again.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, thank you, please. No, thank. Oh shit! I clicked off the thing.
So
No, come back, please. There's a lot about being buried alive, and like I'm like, what in like why are we so? I understand the fear of being buried alive because I'm like that would fucking suck, but I'm like, why do people think they're going to be in a scenario where they're going to be buried alive? Like,
yeah, I don't know.
it's kind of it's kind
I
of
mean,
wild.
someone could drug you and
Oh
kidnap
yeah,
you.
I'm not saying like it's not. I just mean in like a medical sense that is not
Oh,
going to
like
happen.
you're
But yeah,
gonna
you're
be
right.
pronounced dead, but you're not actually dead.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair.
Like speaking of, I
Mhm.
can't move, breathe, speak, or hear, and it's so dark all the time. If I knew it would be this lonely, I would have been cremated instead.
Oh, I've seen that one. That one just makes me sad.
Yeah, it's sad and scary. So I'm like, ooh, just sitting
Yeah.
in your coffin all alone.
Hmm. Okay. When I received a magic talking map, I asked for the current location of my missing son. My blood ran cold when it whispered several locations.
Oh no. Oh no. No. I was like, no. I was like, ew, no.
No,
I
thank you.
don't cut people up. PSA. Just putting it out there, guys. I woke to the sound of the baby monitor crackling with her voice comforting my firstborn child. As I adjusted to a new position, my arm brushed against my wife sleeping next to me.
Blech. Why would you put that in my face? Like, why would you make me hear that with my own ears, knowing I have a baby monitor?
I'm sorry.
Straight to jail.
I will
Straight to
go
jail.
there. I'll go there right now.
Um, okay, so my next one, kind of similar to my last one, but I told my sister to guess where mom and dad are hiding in the house. Anywhere she picks is going to be at least a little correct.
Yikes. There is
Big
something kind of like sick and
yikes.
twisted about like doing a little like a little murderer doing a little treasure hunt, and it's like actually you were correct in everything. I'm like, ew, you freak, you
Sick and
freak,
twisted. Sick and
sick and twisted.
twisted.
My daughter won't stop crying and screaming in the middle of the night. I visit her grave and ask her to stop, but it doesn't help.
I've heard that one too. That one also just makes me sad.
It does. I'm like, damn, ghosts just get lonely.
No.
They just want to. They want to chill. They want to have hang out with people.
Okay. On the eve of his 100th birthday, George goes to sleep, hoping it will finally be for the last time. The next morning, little George is woken up by his mother for the first day of school of his 10th lifetime.
Uh, uh. Especially like if you just are reliving the same life. Fuck that. Fuck that in
Yeah,
general.
yeah.
But fuck that if it's the same beats, because that that must be so annoying.
Especially if you know.
What's the thing? You wouldn't like if you know and you couldn't change it. Like how frustrating would that be? You're like, oh, here's where I like fucking fall down the stairs, and wipe out 5 people, like an absolute moron.
Or
Like
it's like one
oh
of those
George.
situations where like you try and change it, but then it's just a worse outcome instead.
Ew, yeah. Or I just imagining the little like life is like Telltale Life is Strange where it's like blank will remember this, and I'm like no.
Oh yeah, this
what
action will
what
have consequences.
ah, the little butterfly effect pings up. I'm like, oh fuck. This will come back later, and I'm not happy about it. Okay, I wake up, everything feels wrong. It's too quiet outside. I look out the window and see everyone standing still looking at my house.
Ew.
Yeah, ew.
Ew. Ew. No. Ew.
The idea of like looking out of your window and just seeing like your whole neighborhood just looking at your house outside is
Because
really
like,
weird. Like,
what are they doing? Why are they looking? Like my house. Is it me? Is it the house? Is there something on
am
the
I the
house?
problem? I don't know. It's just
Maybe.
weird because
It
there's no
is.
answers. But I'm like, I'm spooked.
Very spooked. All right. When the devil,
When the duffel bag comes in.
when the devil offered to take away my daughter's excruciating bone cancer and give it to two people I'd never seen, I gave him my soul immediately. Years later, I got the call that my daughter's twins were born with the same disease.
Oh, that's a big yikes. That's a big
Mhm.
yikes. Just do it again. Just keep multiplying.
Double it and give it to the next person.
Well, the thing is, though, it's like now you have three children. Give it away again, and don't have any more kids, and then you'll be safe. That's how it works.
But it was her daughter's kids.
Yeah, but like, just be like, don't fucking produce.
What if it's like their spouse?
That's collateral damage. That ain't my bloodline.
Damn. Brutal.
Kidding, of course.
Double homicide.
Double homicide, but it ain't my business. Speaking of scratching, growing up
Mm.
with cats and dogs, I got used to the sounds of scratching at my door while I slept. Now that I live alone, it is much more unsettling.
Oh, I hate it. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're
My wife died
welcome.
last night, only 2 days after our daughter. She came back too. I can hear them still plotting against me in the basement, even after I killed them.
Why'd you kill your wife and kid for? You little freak.
Yeah.
What the hell? Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I have two left.
Okay, I'm just trying to see if I have any other ones. We're good. There is this one, and I'm like, but I recognize it's spooky, but I'm also like, it's also kind of funny. So I'm like, what is this? Uh, she asked why I was breathing so heavily. I wasn't.
Like it's scary in the sense of like who is breathing heavily, but the way that's written
Yeah,
is so like
the way it's written implies that you just aren't breathing, and like that is incredibly funny. But I think it is implying that there's someone else breathing heavily, but it's
I wasn't, I replied plot twistingly.
artistically. It just reminds me of like I don't know if you saw the trailers for oh my god, was it Friendo the clown? Like when that horror movie was coming out, where it's like that scene where
Mm.
they're putting their hands over each other's mouths, and then he comes around and puts his hand over like one of the girls' mouths, and it's just that kind of moment. But the way it's
Yeah.
written, it's just like what?
Okay. We'll come out with my last two bang bang here.
Nice.
It brings it brings me no pleasure to tell you that your husband is dead, the surgeon tells the crying woman. The pleasure came from letting him die on the table, he thinks to himself.
Ew, ew, ew.
Yeah.
Do not
Yeah.
enjoy medical malpractice.
No, no. The last item tagged for my great aunt's estate sale was an old California dream waterbed, and I offered to help the estate liquidator drain it for processing. As the smell hit our nose and the liquidator shared his breakfast with the carpet, it dawned on me that great Uncle Henry probably hadn't moved to Thailand.
There have been like several cases where people have been put into waterbeds, and that is unsettling.
My question is like, how?
Well, I also don't know. All I
Because
know is that they
I feel
like
like the opening to put water in is not that big. So are they
I don't know if it's like, yes, I don't know if it's a that. I also don't know if it's like, I don't know if there's like a, like they're in
like
the
a
sense,
bigger
I think,
opening somewhere?
yeah, but I'm also thinking like there's like an outer, like there's like the water pod pouch, and then there's like a bit on the outside which has like a zip, so you can take that off.
Hmm.
Like it's two
See, I thought
separate,
the
like,
whole thing was just
that's my assumption too. But I wonder if there's like an outer casing that you could like put someone
oh,
in the outer casing.
I haven't seen a waterbed in a really long time.
No, no, I've never seen one
But like I
in
feel
real life.
my mom had when I was younger.
I've never actually like seen a waterbed.
She used to have one. And I feel like it was just okay, so see
Yeah.
like this one is kind of like what you're saying where it's almost like water like on top of a regular mattress.
Yeah, I've
Whereas
seen
like
those.
I thought it was all water.
I think it depends. I have no
That's
idea
fair.
though. I feel like you could whack someone like in the outer casing of the waterbed. They'd still
Yeah.
be in the waterbed, but like they're like not in it. So you'd still
Yeah.
disguise them.
So it looks like
Creepy.
there's different options. Yeah. So like this one says there's a free flow, which looks like it's just water, versus
Yeah.
semi waveless, which is where there's like a little bit of foam, versus waveless, which is where there's like a lot of foam.
Why would you go waveless when you could just lie on a normal bed? The like, okay, I know I don't understand the appeal of a waterbed, and this is just
No.
me just, but waterbeds give like people who enjoy cruises a little bit too much, that they're trying to simulate like from the rocking of a ship. Like,
I just like I imagine they're like sleeping on an air mattress, but worse.
but like I don't understand how you can't hear the water jostling every time you move, and that would really
I think you
piss me
can.
off. That why like that's really annoying. Like
Maybe maybe those people don't move in their sleep.
that's even scarier.
They just go to sleep.
No, ew. Ew, that's more horrifying than putting someone in the waterbed. No, thank you.
Yeah. All right. Well, there's some two sentence horror stories. Hope you were
Yeah.
spooked.
Hope you were spooked. Wow. I mean, some of them are like, I feel like two sentence horror stories have now like gotten like the rap of being goofy. I feel like they originally were like good, but now they're like done for the memes.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we had
We had some good
some
ones.
solid ones in there. Yeah.
We had some good ones. Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess with like anything that goes onto Reddit eventually, it just kind of devolves into goofiness. I mean, what I had as well as other things. We can do this another time, but I can give you like one or two. But I found horror movies described really badly.
Ooh. And you have to guess
Um,
what it is.
yeah,
Yeah, I would absolutely like to do that another time. Like,
yeah,
I think that sounds fun, but I think our two sentence horror stories did actually hit.
it did. It did.
So,
We worked. Yeah, that's something. And then I can actually put like more effort into that as well, and like kind of also think of my own ones because I was just kind of like perusing. Um, and I can gamify it. I can come out
yes.
and gamify it for real and make you do a little quiz because I know you love quizzes.
Oh, so much.
I know you love it when I give you quizzes. So I was
Mm.
trying to think of like a Halloween quiz, and I was like, I just don't have
I
examples
was
right now.
too, honestly. Well, because then I was like, we could do this, and I was like, we basically already did that. We could do this. Oh, we kind of already
Yeah,
did that. Like
we've done a
everything I
lot
was
of
going
things.
through, I feel like we've already done. Well, it doesn't help that originally this podcast was branded as like more of a horror podcast, so
Yeah,
we did a lot of spooky shit in the beginning.
yeah, it's not great. It's not easy to divulge on that. It's also like tricky because like the horror games that we play, we've also hashed quite a lot of
So
content
many
out of.
times.
And whilst we're still waiting for new content from them, it's a little bit like, okay, how many times can we bring this up before it gets
How many times
stale?
can you beat the dead horse
It's mush.
before it's glue? Sorry, that was probably dark.
I mean, we could have done something. It was the 4-year anniversary of House of Ashes, which is crazy, but
Oh, I know. I should replay that one, honestly. That one is
we need to
good.
finish our co-op playthrough before I got stuck on the cliff.
Yeah, I forgot we got stuck. I'm sure it's fixed by now.
I'm sure it has been fixed for a long time. We just never revisited it because I just kept getting stuck on the cliff, which was
I
really
mean,
annoying.
to be fair, we have very little time, like
That is also
together.
very true. That is very true.
Trying to just schedule this is fun.
Yeah, it's a time. That's the scary shit. Adult life.
Adulting.
Oh no. Oh no.
All
That's it.
right.
I'm scared. I'm scared for. I don't know
Well,
what I'm
I live
scared
in
for.
America, so I'm
Yeah, that's true.
perpetually scared.
There are things to be scared of in terms of like things that are scary. Um, I don't know. I guess frogging. That's what we've really taken away. Fuck that.
Why is it called frogging?
I
I
don't
feel
know.
like frogging makes it seem less threatening than it is.
I agree. I don't know why it's called frogging. I have no idea where that's come from. I'm trying to see if I can find an answer. Uh, yeah, frogging is a knitting and like yarn. Uh,
Oh
oh no,
yeah.
yeah, I don't know why it is called frogging.
Huh.
Um,
If someone knows, let us know in the comments why it is called frogging.
yeah, I'm not sure. Uh, although it is like it can be spelt with a ph as well as an f.
Oh,
Oh, it just like the idea of a frog jumping from place to place to avoid detection.
that's lame, if we're being honest.
It can also refer to the frog, which is a finished room over garage addition into most houses. Apparently,
Hmm.
yeah.
I think we should come up with a scarier name for a scary
Yeah, it
concept.
does not seem as yeah, you're right. But then I guess like what else would you call it aside from just like living in the walls? Like I feel like there needs to be something.
I don't know. I think living in the walls is pretty fucking
Yeah,
scary.
but like it's not catchy, you know? How are you gonna get those clicks? You know, that
I don't know.
TikTok
I
rage
think if
hate.
I see, okay, but if someone had a title of like someone is frogging in my house versus someone is living in my walls, I think I'd be a little more scared of someone living in my
I
walls.
need to watch a video of someone saying there's someone frogging in my house and it's just someone jumping around like a frog. Because funny.
uh,
Yeah, no idea. If there's an actual reason for it aside from that, then
let us know. Let us know,
yeah.
friends. Also, let us know if you dressed up for Halloween. What? Well, I mean, this is coming out like on Halloween, so like if
Yeah.
you're gonna dress up, what are you gonna be? Or if you've gone to any parties so far this month, what
What
were
is
you?
what's the vibes? Yeah, what's like the popular costumes this year? I have no idea. What's been
K-pop
in
demon
the
hunters.
Oh yeah. I guess there'll
Yeah.
be a lot of that. That's so true. Kind of
Yeah, that's the big thing that I've been seeing and hearing. My daughter's
fascinating.
going as Bingo from Bluey.
That's cute. Love that. 10 out of 10.
Yes.
See that
Yes.
brings me joy. Kids' Halloween costumes are a lot of fun because you can
She
kind of
was
do whatever
very
you
set
want.
on it.
Oh, really? As you should
Yeah.
be.
Like we were like, what would you like to be for Halloween? And she's like, bingo. We're like, okay. And we took her to the store and we're like, oh, look at this. Like, because she's also really obsessed with giraffes. We're like, a giraffe costume? You could be a giraffe? No, bingo. What about Minnie Mouse? You love Minnie Mouse. Bingo, mama.
He was like, do not. It would have been. I know. Obviously, she means from Bluey. However, it would have been kind of funny if it was a little bit of a miscommunication and she wanted to just be like a bingo ball, like a bingo
She doesn't
sheet.
even know
Like
what that is.
she meant she. Like, I know that's why it's funny. But like, what if you want to be like, okay, yeah, like you can be bingo, and then she's like, this is not bingo. Like this is not what
This
I
is not what
meant.
I asked for, mother.
You missed the memo.
Yes, but yes, she's going to be Bingo. She is an only child, but she wants to be Bingo, not Bluey.
She's just unique like that, and I love that for
Yeah,
her. She's like,
truly.
listen, I love me, what is technically a side character, although I guess that's not really true, but
Yeah. We joke that it's because my younger sister is basically like my firstborn child, so
Yeah.
my daughter is second-born,
Yes.
unintentionally,
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
default.
She just has that. I'm excited to see the future of her costumes, especially if she's so like dead certain onto some things. I'm like, damn, she's gonna cook. I know she's gonna have some sick ass like ideas. I don't know how you'll execute them all, but that's a different problem.
I'm hoping at some point she comes up with something like batshit. Like, I want her
I
to
feel
come to
like
me and be like, "I want to be a calculator, mom," and I'll have to be like, "How the hell am I gonna make you a calculator?" But then like I make it happen because I'm a crafty bitch.
I saw a video and this mum was like, I asked my like 4-year-old like what he wanted for his like birthday party theme because like we're allowing him to have like more choices in his life, which like pop off. apparently, apparently he wanted a Shakespeare themed birthday party. I was like, what 4-year-old? First of all, is aware of Shakespeare, and then it also was like, I need to have a William Shakespeare birthday party. So then she was like, I had to like go out and like print loads of big like of like loads of posters of his like work, and like apparently her son was like really wanting to be Romeo from Romeo and Juliet. I was like, what a weird kid. I was like, I'm obsessed with this. And like the little party favors were in like little she got these like little uh rectangle like wooden boxes. She painted like different Shakespeare plays like onto them, and they were like what the party bags. And I was like, she kind of like cooked with, she went all out. But I was like, that is so funny. Like, what the fuck possessed this child to be like Shakespeare? I'm like, he can't even. I don't even know if he knows how to read properly. Like,
I want to know, like, yeah, like, how does he know about Shakespeare? What was
I'm
his
imagining
introduction?
from Romeo. I'm imagining from Romeo and Juliet. That's the only my only assumption to how he's been
Mm,
exposed.
maybe, but that's not even like a new movie.
No, I know, but like, how else does this happen?
I don't know.
But kids
I
are
don't
just
know.
weird. They latch onto some weird shit. Like,
That is true.
I don't know if it's like one of the parents is also like really into it, so maybe it's just like a trickling down of like things. But I was just like, that is so funny. And she was like, what about like I don't know what she suggested as an
Like age
alternative.
appropriate
She was
things.
like, what about Paw Patrol? And he was like, mm-mm, no,
Shakespeare.
yeah, it has to be Big Willie Shakes. I was like, damn, that kid's gonna be so cultured. Like, he's gonna be on BookTube and BookTok in 20 years time doing reviews of classics. Like, absolute legend right there. Pop
Love it.
off. Yeah. Anyways, that's
All
not
right,
spooky.
well,
That's just funny.
agreed. But enjoy your spooky season, everyone. Mwah.
Be safe. Be spooky.
Bye. Thanks so much for listening. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a new episode. To stay connected with us, then follow us on social media, which are linked in the description. I've been Emily.
And I've been Scar.
Tune in next time for the best cottagecore podcast for the cottage horrors.